So for that, again the procedure remains same. The first two steps, one is the TFTP service to be installed on one of the machine and ensure the connectivity between the router and also the TFTP. Already that we have checked. I am having a connectivity to the TFTP server. My TFTP server IP address is 192.168.10.100 and my the router Ethernet interface IP address is 192.168.10.1. Let us go ahead and take the backup of iOS, copy, flash to TFTP. So for this, you may have to require the source file name. So for that, we can see that what is the so file name. The file name is show flash. This is a file name C2800 nm this much .bin. So this is a file that you should look for. Now let us take the backup of this complete binary file. Copy flash to where? TFTP, the source and the destination. Source file name is, you need to just copy this and paste it here. Enter. Then what is the address or the name of the remote host? Address or the name of the remote host is 192.168.10.100. The destination file name. The destination file name that you want to give either the same name or you can give a different name also. Let us say I will going to give iOS1.bin. iOS1.bin. The destination file name I have given. Now it will try to get connected to the TFTP server and try to take the backup of this. So error in opening the timeout. Ping 192.168.10.100. I could able to ping. Copy flash to TFTP. Source file name correct to 168.10.100. Destination file name, let me give it as R1 iOS, or this is router 1, right? iOS image dot bin. Let me connect to this. TFTP server has stopped working. Problem caused the program to stop working correctly. So this is a problem that we are facing. So there is a problem with related to the TFTP server. So close the program. So let us try to resolve this. So it's purely with reference to the file name, the convention, the naming convention of the file, which you need to check it up like. and it started to take the backup of the iOS image that we can able to observe here. It's getting copying. So the bytes value, it is getting changed now. So once it get the complete copying, uh, we will see that how we can able to restore it. Yeah, it took almost 78.288 second, which has been copied at the rate of 3 plus 3 5 lakhs 18,816 bytes per second. Fine, good. I have taken the backup of the iOS, that I can able to see it here. This is a backup which I have taken. I have taken the R1 configuration also. Now let us remove the iOS image, and we will see how we can restore it. Suppose if the iOS image is not available, we will see that where exactly, in which to which prompt the router will going to come like. That also we can able to check it, or check out here. So let us delete. I will delete only this specific file name, the iOS image file which I have taken the backup. So delete the file name. So it will delete the flash. So enter. Now show flash. I may not be having 0 bytes. Now reload. System configuration have been modified. Save. Yes. Building the configuration. Proceed. Confirm. Now we need to check that which prompt it will going to come. When there is no flash, by default it should come to the raw monitor mode. So let's see that. See, the main memory is configured. The boot cannot determine the first executable file name on the device flash. So immediately it has entered into the raw monitor mode. So once it has come for the raw monitor mode, we have got the TFTP server which is available. We need to load the TFTP, that is a flash image from the TFTP server into this router. So for this we have got utility. You can able to see the command pressing question mark. So the command which you need to check is two things. One is a set command, another one is a tftp dnld. This is a command. TFTP image download, one command, and another one we need to check for the display the monitor variables. Let us say when I say set, I need to check the certain things. I need to cross check. For that tftp dnld, tftp dnld, if I give it, if you can able to observe, the following variables are required to be set for TFTP DNLD. What are the variables? One is the IP address, for this unit. Second one is IP subnet mask, the subnet mask for this unit, that is for this router. Then the default gateway, what is the default gateway that you want to use for this unit. Then what is the IP address of the TFTP server, so we need to set that. Then finally what is the TFTP file, that you have given. So all this thing let us copy it in a notepad, so that it will become easy to capture it. First one is IP address. I'll paste it here. Instead of colon, you have to place equals. IP address for this unit is 192.168.10.1. Second one, I need to set IP subnet mask. Copy this and I will paste it here. IP subnet mask is equal to 255.255.255.0. Then third parameter which I need to put is the default gateway. Let us give the default gateway is equal to 192.168.10.2. So let's give the default gateway. Anyway, it is not required for this because both are coming in the same network. And as long as if they are coming in at two different networks, then possibly we require a default gateway. Then you need to give the TFTP, the server. So let us give the TFTP server. That also we can take it and paste it here, equal to TFTP server, the IP address of the server to fetch from. What is that? 192.168.10.100. This is the IP address where the iOS image is available. Then finally the TFTP file. Where is that file? The paste. The file name. The file name is available here. Rename, and you have to copy only this and paste it here. Only the file name I want, not the contents of the file name, only the file name. So all the informations are available in the notepad. Directly you can go for set, enter. Now you have to paste the first one, copy and paste it here, enter. Second, IP subnet mask, copy and paste. Third, default gateway, copy and paste, enter. Then fourth one, the TFTP server IP address, copy and paste, enter. Then the next one, the TFTP file name, copy this and paste it, enter. So all the 5 parameters you're supposed to give once you enter the set command. Now if you see the set and observe all the information I have given here, they are available: IP address, IP subnet mask, default gateway, TFTP server and TFTP file. Then directly go for TFTP DNLD. TFTP DNLD, enter. So invoke this command for the disaster recovery only. All existing data in all the partitions on the flash will be lost. Do you wish to continue? Say yes. So now it will contact the TFTP server. From the TFTP server it will capture the image. So it started to copy. Zero bytes. Request timeout. 0 bytes. File size. Error. Not able to copy. So there is an error which I am not able to copy. from the TFTP server. Operation terminated. So we need to check. So there is an error which I'm not able to copy from the TFTP server. Let us see where exactly is the problem. Yeah, it started. So the problem was with reference to the duplex setting in the switch. What exactly I've done is you have to enter to the switching mode. The router interface is a Giga Ethernet interface, and possibly uh, the interface might have set it in the hop duplex mode. It is actually giving a problem with reference to copying of the data. So for that, I just entered into the interface through which the router is connected, that is a FA07. Then I set the speed as 100 and duplex as full, and that has resolved this specific problem. Now we could able to copy. You can able to see that it is getting copying from the TFTP server to the router. So let it complete the copying process. So once it get copied, we got back the iOS image from the TFTP server. So let it get complete. So it has completed the copying of the iOS from the TFTP server. So file reception completed. It's validating the checksum. It will take some time. Once that has been done, we will restart the router and we will see that whether it can able to load through the iOS. This is copying the file to the flash. Validating the checksum. It's copying the file to the flash. Program load complete. Entry point. It's formatting all system sectors. The return OK. Format operation completed successfully. So format of the flash has been completed. And it has come back to ROM monitor mode. So let us we need to load now. To type reset. Type reset command. So it will reload the router from the ROM monitor mode. This is a recycling. Now let us reboot. Once the router got rebooted, it can load the iOS from the flash. So then you should able to get the user execution mode. So we can see that portion. Let it get loaded. Yeah. Here if you can observe that it is actually the loading the iOS bin from the TFTP server 192.168.10.100. The reason is in the startup configuration someone might have configured to boot the router from the TFTP server. That is the reason it is loading that iOS from 192.168.10.100. If we remove that specific line, then automatically it will go into boot from the flash. That also we can cross check. So one option is you can shed the TFTP server, then automatically it may not able to load from the TFTP server. Then by default it will access the flash and try to load from the flash memory. That also we can cross check once this completes. It's copying and it decompressing the image. Now actually it has the iOS has been loaded from the TFTP server. You have booted the router through TFTP server. So it got loaded, and you can see we got the user execution prompt. Enable uh, password Cisco say show run. I was just talking about with reference to this specific command. The boot system TFTP iOS pin and boot from which TFTP server. Because of this line, it could able to boot from the TFTP server. Now what I can do is if you want to see that show version from where exactly it has been booted, the run uptime of this router R1 uptime is around 2 minutes. The system image file it has taken from the TFTP server, correct? So now let us see that how we can remove that. So it's very simple. Just if you remove that command, then by default it can boot from the flash. That is one option. Option number two, I can close the TFTP server. If the TFTP server is not available now, then by default it will try to load from the flash. That also we can cross check. I'll just close the TFTP. Now if I say reload and confirm, now let's see what happens. The command is available. When it is try to access the startup configuration, during that time you will get some specific the messages, error messages. So just I want to show that I am rebooting the router once again. Let it get reloaded. Yeah, you can able to see that install the image archive. After that it tried to read the file which is there as a part of TFTP server. As of now my TFTP server is down, so I am getting a message that timed out. It will try to contact the TFTP server some 3 times. The post that it will try to load the iOS image which is available in the flash, that we can able to see over here. So the first time it has checked the timed out, it could not, because the TFTP server is down now. The TFTP service I stopped it. When it is not available, it is not able to reach that, and definitely cannot fetch the iOS.bin image. It will check for another one more time, then it will try to load from the flash. So 3 times it has checked. It could not able to read that file. Then finally it has to access from the flash. could not able to. Fourth time. So messages about this line are from the bootloader. Then the program load complete. Then it is accessing the flash now. So the first option it has given for booting through the TFTP 4 times. It has checked, so it could not able to access it. Then by default it is accessing the flash now, and try to decompress the image which is available in the flash and get loaded through the flash image. That we can able to see it here. Now with this one you are going to get the user execution prompt. So it has completed the booting process. The interface has come up. Got the router R1, enable Cisco. Now say show version. If you can observe, the system image file it has loaded from flash. Earlier it was from the TFTP server. That is because of this specific command. Show run the boot system TFTP. If I want, I can remove that. Config T. Here to say no boot system. Remove that entry. Then next time it will not look for the TFTP server. Directly it will load from the flash itself. Right. Now we have seen that how to take the backup of iOS image. After taking the backup, we also seen how we can restore it. So that we have done. Now in the next exercise we will learn something with related to configuration register.